कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवां भवानी सहितं नमामि। कर्पूरार्तिकं समर्पयामि जलेन शीतलीकरणं भगवते श्रीकृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवताय नमः। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। नमस्करोमि कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमोस्तु नन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाशिशिरौर्बाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः। भगवते श्री परब्रह्मणे श्रीकृष्णाय नमः। वाङ्मय स्वरूपाय नमः। भगवते श्री राधाकृष्णाभ्यां नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणाय नमो नमः। ओं सुजातो ज्योतिका सहस्रमवर्धसाम सतत शोभासो विश्वरूप गुं सम्यसो विभावसोः। भगवते श्रीकृष्णाय नमः। अनेन पूजनेन श्री राधा कृष्ण सहिताय समस्त देवता श्रीमद्भागवत देवता प्रियंतां नमः। बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण की जय। भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। व्यास जी महाराज की जय। जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। हरि ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपति गुं हवामहे व्रियाणान्त्वा व्रियपति गुं हवामहे निधीनान्त्वा निधिपति गुं हवामहे वसो ममाहमजानि गर्भधमातमजासि गर्भधम। ओं गं गणपतये नमः। ओम अम्बे अम्बिके अम्बालिके नमानयति कस्तनः सदशकः सुभद्रिकां कां पिलवासिनीं भगवते श्रीगौर्यै नमः। ओम वर्णस्योतं मनमसि वर्णस्य स्कम्भसर्जनिस्तो वर्णश्रितसदन्यस्य वर्णश्रितसदनमसि वर्णश्रितसदनमासि मुख्यासिद ओं बं वरुणाय अपां पतये नमः। ओम ओंकारबिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमः। पंच ओंकाराय नमो नमः। ओम कृष्णेन रसा वर्तमानो निवेशैन्यमृतं मर्त्यं च हिरण्येन सवितार्थेन देवजात्रिभुवनानि पश्यन् सूर्यादि समस्त नवदेवताभ्यो नमः। ओम सूर्याय नमः। ओम चंद्रमस्यै नमः। ओम भौमाय नमः। ओम बुधाय नमः। ओम बृहस्पतये नमः। ओम शुक्राय नमः। ओम शनिश्चराय नमः। ओम राहवे नमः। ओम केतवे नमः। ओम सर्वग्रहाय नमो नमः। ओम भगवते श्री सूर्यादि समस्त नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः। पाद्रपाद्यम हस्तु अर्घ्यम मुख्याचमनम सर्वांगे स्नानम जलम समर्पयामि गंधक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ओम नाभ्या आसीदंतरिक्ष घुंसिष्टोर्देवः समवर्तत पद्भ्याभो मृदिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाभिधेमः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमा च बिर्जजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गहितुष्टुवागुं सस्तनो वृभसेमहि देवहितं जदायोः। भगवते श्री समस्त भद्रपीठस्थ देवताभ्यो नमः। ध्यानार्थ गंधक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। पादुर्पाद्यं समर्पयामि। अस्तु अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि। मुख्याचमनं जलं समर्पयामि। सर्वांग स्नानं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्री भद्रस्थपीठस्थ देवताभ्यो नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि। मुखशुद्ध्यार्ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि। आचमनं जलं समर्पयामि। द्रव्य दक्षिणां समर्पयामि। हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाभिधेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। षोडशमातर ओम नमो देव्ये महादेव्ये शिवाय सततं नमः। नमो वृत्तिभद्राय नियतामृतां स्वदां सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। श्री आदि समस्त षोडशमातर देवताय नमः। ध्यानार्थ पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ओम पादुर्पाद्यं अस्तु अर्घ्यं मुख्याचमनीयं सर्वांग स्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। भगवत्यै नमः। श्रियै नमः। गंधक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। गंधद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्यपुष्टां करिष्यणीमीश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तां योपवै श्रियं नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्ष घुंसिष्णुर्देवः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृदिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाभिधेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणानान्ते नमस्करोमि। या श्री स्वयं सुकृतिनां भवनेषु लक्ष्मी पापात्मनां कृतधियां हृदयेषु बुद्धिं श्रद्धां सदां कुलजनां प्रभवत्सलज्जा तां त्वां नतास्म परिपालय देवी विश्वां। भगवते श्रियै षोडशमातर्यै नमो नमः। अथ प्रथम गणपति ध्यानम। नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च नमो नमो गृह्येभ्यो गृह्यपतिभ्यश्च नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च नमः। गणपतये नमः। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्ष घुंसिष्णुर्देवः समवर्ततः पद्भ्याम्भो मृदिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाभिधेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। नमस्करोमि। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपीथजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। भगवते गणपतये नमः। अथ हनुमत देवता पूजनम। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगां जितेन्द्रियं बोधिवतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। भगवते श्री हनुमतये नमः। ध्यानार्थ पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। आसनार्थे अक्षतानि समर्पयामि। पादुर्पाद्यमस्तु अर्घ्यं मुख्याचमनीयं सर्वांग स्नानं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्री हनुमतये नमः। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्यपुष्टां करिष्यणीमीश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तां योपवै वै श्रियं नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्णुर्देवः समवर्ततः पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसः श्रोत्रां तथा लोकामकल्पयन् नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि शुद्धार्ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासिद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाभिदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हम हनुमतये नमः। अथ देवी पूजनम नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः नमो प्रकृतिभद्रायै नियतामृता स्वदाम भगवत्यै श्रियै भगवत्यै नमः श्रियै नमः देव्यै नमो नमः। हियर देवी मिडल देवी जी पाद्रपाद्यं हस्तवर्गं मुखे आचमनीयं सर्वांगे स्नानं जलं समर्पयामि द्रव्य नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि ओं नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्णुर्देवः समवर्ततः पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकामकल्पयन् नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासिद सदाधार पृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विशाभिदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां नमस्करोमि। अथ श्री सांब सदाशिव पूजनम वंदे देवमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारिणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कबह्निनयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदां वंदे शिवं शंकरं भगवते श्री सांब सदाशिवाय नमः। हियर शिवजी भगवते श्री सांब सदाशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि ओं नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्णुर्देवः समवर्ततः पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि मुक्षुद्धार्ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि आचमनं जलं समर्पयामि द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासिद सदाधार पृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाभिदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते श्री सांब सदाशिवाय नमः नमस्करोमि। ध्याये नित्यं महेशं रजतकिरणिभं चारुचन्द्रावतंसं रत्नाकल्पजलङ्गं परशुमृगवराभीतिहस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासेनं समन्तास्तुतममरगणैर्व्याघ्रकृतिं वसानं विश्वाद्यं विश्ववन्द्यं निखिलभयरं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं भगवते श्री सांब सदाशिवाय नमः। अथ श्री राधाकृष्ण देवता पूजनम् कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वृक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुकरे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिस्चन्दनं सुललितं कण्ठे च मुक्ताबले गोपस्त्रिपरिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणे भगवत्यै श्रियै श्रीराधाय नमः श्रीकृष्णाय नमः। ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि आसनार्थे अक्षतानि समर्पयामि ओं भाद्रपाद्यं समर्पयामि हस्तवर्गं समर्पयामि मुख्याचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि सर्वांगे स्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। No, Caesar.
Look here. Look here. Look here. See if he's gonna wait for. Wait for it.
In the bucket, Caesar. Yeah. No. मल्यादिनि सुगन्धिनि मालत्यादिनि वै प्रभो मया ऋतानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम् भोगदेहि प्रतिमोदधं ओम नाभ्यासिदन्ते निस्सनदे अनमेव सुपुर्णः प्रपदातारदारिमूर्जन्मदे विपदे चतुष्पदे नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि भगवते श्रीहं हनुमते नमः समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमः राधाकृष्णाभ्यां नमः ओम अन्नपदे निस्सनदे अनमेव सुपुर्णः प्रपदातारदारिमूर्जन्मदे विपदे चतुष्पदे भगवते श्रीहं हनुमते नमः माल्यादिनि सुगन्धिनि मालस्यादिनि वै प्रभो मया ऋतानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम् जय भगवत्यै नमः हरिओम हरिओम। जय श्री राधे। भगवते श्री अग्नये नमः। ओम उद्बुद्ध स्वायन प्रजागृतमिष्ट प्रत्यसा गुं श्रीजयदामंचस्व सतस्ते अद्युतरस्मि विश्वदेवा जजमानसि दत्त अग्नये नमः। ओम चत्वारि शृंगा त्रयो अस्य पादा द्वय शीर्ष सप्त हस्तासो अस्य त्रिधा बदोरी खबोरो रविति महो देवमर्त्याभिवेशः अग्नये नमः। ज्वालमालिन्ये नमः। यज्ञेश्वराय नमो नमः। ओम समिन्धाग्निन्दुवशद्रते बोधयदातिथमस्मिन् हव्याजुहोतन स्वाहा। नो 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 फर्स्ट नो। ओम अग्नये ओम इदमग्नये हव्यवाहना इदं नमः। ओम सुसमिता शोचिते दृप्त्रं तीव्रं जुहोतन अग्नये जातवेदस्य स्वाहा। इदमग्नये जातवेदस्य इदं नमः। ओम तन्त्वा समिद्भिराङ्गिरोदीर्तेन प्रदयामचि प्रियचोचविष्टय स्वाहा। इदमग्नये अङ्गिरसे इदं नमः। ओम अयं त इत्मा आत्मजात वेदस्ते नेध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेद्धय प्रदय चास्मान प्रजाया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवचसे नानाधेन समेदय स्वाहा। इदम् अग्निभ्यः व्यवाह जात वेदांग्रसेभ्य इदं नमः। वाटर। ओम आदितेन मन्यस्व ईस्ट। ओम अनुमतेन मन्यस्व वेस्ट। ओम सरस्वतीर्मन्यस्व नॉर्थ। ओम ब्रह्मान् अनुमन्यस्व साउथ। ओम देव सविताय प्रसुभ यज्ञं प्रसुभ यज्ञपतिं भगाय दिव्यो गंधर्वकेत पुकेतन पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचन्न स्व दधातो प्रजापतये स्वाहा। इदं प्रजापतये नमः। ओम अग्नये स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये नमः। ओम सोमाय स्वाहा। इदं सोमाय नमः। ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा। इदम् इंद्राय नमः। ओम भू स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये नमः। ओम भुव स्वाहा। इदं वायवे नमः। ओम स्व स्वाहा। इदं सूर्याय नमः। ओम तन्नो अग्नि वरुणस्य विद्वान् देव सहेडो अवयासि शिष्टाभिष्टो वनितमसो सुजानो विश्वाद्वेखा गोंसि प्रमद्यस्म स्वाहा। इदम् अग्निवर्णभ्यं नमः। ओम सत्तन्नो अग्नि वामो बबोधिने दिष्टो स्याउ खजो विष्टो अभयछन्न वरुणं ददातु बिहिमृडिकगुं सेवनिधि स्वाहा। इदम् अग्निवर्णाभ्यां नमः। ओम अयासाग्नेशनविश्वस्तिभास्वसतुमतमयासे अयानो यज्ञं वहास्यानो देवे खजगुं स्वाहा। इदमग्नेयसे नमः। ओम जेते सदंवरणं ये सहस्रं यज्ञ अपासवि तथा महान्ततिर्भिन्नो अद्य सवितोत विष्णुभुष्य मुञ्चन्तु मरुतो सर्क स्वाहा। इदं वरुणाय सवित्रे विष्णवे विश्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो मर्द्भ्यः सर्केभ्यश्च नमः। ओम उदुत्तमं वरुणपासमस्मादबादमं विमध्यगुं श्रथाय अथा वयमादित्य व्रते तवानगसो अदितय श्याम स्वाहा। इदं वर्णाय नमः। हरि ओम ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपति गुंहवामहे प्रियाणान्त्वा प्रियपति गुंहवामहे निधीनान्त्वा निधिपति गुंहवामहे वसो ममाहमजानि गर्भदमतुमजासि गर्भदम् ओम गं गणपतये स्वाहा। ओम अम्बे अम्बिके अम्बालिके नमानयति कसन ससतसग सुभद्रिकां काम्पीलवासिनीं ओम गौर्यै स्वाहा। ओम ब्रह्माजि स्नानं प्रथमं पुरुषदादु श्रीमदः सुरुचो वेनावः सबुज्ञोपमा सविष्टाः सतस्तो निमसतस्तो विभावं ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा। ओम इदं विष्णुविचक्रमित्रे धानि ददे पदं समूढमास्य पागुं सुरेश ओम विष्णवे स्वाहा ओम नमः संभवाय च मयोभवाय च नमः शंकराय च महेश्वराय च नमः शिवाय शिवतराय च भगवते श्री शाम्ब सदा शिवाय स्वाहा ओम नमो देव्ये महादेव्ये शिवाय सततम नमः नमो प्रकृतिभद्राय नियतामृतां सदां भगवते श्री दुर्गा देव्यै स्वाहा कात्यायन्यै च विद्महे कन्याकुमारी च धीमहि तन्नः दुर्गे प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय ओम फट स्वाहा ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय ओम फट स्वाहा ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय ओम फट स्वाहा ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमा च बिर्जत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनोभिर्पश्येमहि देवहितं जदायोः भगवते श्री भद्रस्तपीठस्थदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओंकार बिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः पंच ओंकार देवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराणाय स्वाहा ओम श्री राधा कृष्णाभ्यां स्वाहा ओम श्री राधा कृष्णाभ्यां स्वाहा ओम श्री राधा कृष्णाभ्यां स्वाहा अथ पुरुषुक्तेन हवनम ओम सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपाद स भूमिगुं सर्वतस्पृदातिष्ठदशाङ्गुलाम् ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम पुरुष ए वेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भाव्यं मौतामृततस्वैशानुजदण्डिनातिरोहति ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम एतावान् समयमातो जायांश पुरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादसमृतं दिव्य ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम त्रिपादुर्दौदैत पुरुषः पादोऽस्यः भवत् पुनः ततो विक्रम ससनानसने अभि ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम ततो विराट जायत विराजोऽतिपुरुषः सजातोऽतिरिचतपसात् भूमिमथो पुरः ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तस्मादजनास्त्रभवतः समृद्धं बृहदाजम् अपशंस्ताश्चक्रेवायुभ्यनारण्यग्राम्याश्च ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तस्मादजनास्त्रभवतरिचः सामानि जज्निरे छन्दागुंसि जज्निरे तस्मादजायत ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तस्मादस्वाजायन्त जे केचो वयादतः गावो हजज्निरे तस्मादस्माजाता जावय ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तम यज्ञंबरे कि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवाय जन्त साध्यारिखः सजे ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम यत्पुरुषं व्यदधुः कथिताप्यकल्पयन् मुखां किमशास्यत् किं बाहु किं उरुपादौ उच्यते ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ऊरु तदस्य जद्वैः सह पद्भ्यागुं शूद्रो जायत ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम चन्द्रमा मनसो जातक्तजोः सूर्यो जायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणस्य मुखादग्निरजायत ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षगुं शिष्णोर्द्यौः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकामकल्पयन् ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम यत्पुरुषेण विखादेवा जज्नमतन्वत वसन्तोषा सिदा जङ्घ्रिह्मैद्मः सरद्वभिः ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम सप्ताशासन परिदय स्त्रीः सप्तसमिदः कृताः देवा जदग्नन्तन्वानावदन् पुरुषं पशुम् ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम जज्नेन जज्नमयन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यसन्नतेह नाकं महिमानः सचन्त यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा ओम हिरण्यवर्णामरणिं सुवर्णरजस्रजां चन्द्रामृणमलक्ष्मीजातवेदमावौ महालक्ष्मी ओम तामावजातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यामिरण्यं विन्देयं गामसम्पुरुषानं महालक्ष्मी ओम अश्वपुरुवामृतमद्यमस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीं पोय श्रीमादेवीस्तामो महालक्ष्मी ओम कामसोस्मितामिरण्यप्राकारमार्दं ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मप्रणां तां योपभये श्रियं ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम चन्द्राम्रभासांस्ता ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोकदेवीष्टामदारं तां पद्मिनीं शरणमहं प्रपद्य लक्ष्मीप्रपन्नसन्तां त्वं मृडे ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम आदित्यवर्णतपसो दिजात वनस्पतिस्तवृक्षदविलोदस्सफलान् तपसानुदन्त्युमायन्तराय शिवाय लक्ष्मी ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम उपैतु मां देवसखकृतिस्मणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतस्मराष्ट्रस्मिन् कीर्तिमृत्युं ददातु मे ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम क्षुप्तिपाशमलां ज्येष्ठां लक्ष्मीनाशनाम्यहम् अभूति समृद्धिं च सर्वां निर्गुणमे गृहादो महालक्ष्मी ओम गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्यपुष्टां करे श्रीणीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तां यो भवय श्रियं ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम मनसा काममाकुतिं वा सत्यमसे महिं पशूनां रूपमन्यसमयि श्रीश्रयतां यश ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम कर्दमेन प्रजाभूतामयि सम्भव कर्दमं श्रियं वासमे कुले मात्रं पदमानिलिम् ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम आपसृजन्दुनिधानि चिक्लदवशमे गृह नित्यदेव मात्रं श्रियं वासमे कुले ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम आर्दां पुष्करणीं पुष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्मालिनीं चन्द्रामृणमलक्ष्यजातवेदुमाभा ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम आर्दां यकर्णीयष्टिं सुवर्णां मालिनीं सूर्यामृणमलक्ष्यजातवेदुमाभा ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम तामावजातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यामिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावदस्य सन्विन्देयं पुरुषाणाम् ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम यशोजि प्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुदाजमन्वहं श्रियं पञ्चदशर्चञ्च श्रीकामं सततं जपेदो महालक्ष्मी ओम श्रीष्ठदे लक्ष्मीष्टपत्न्या बहुरात्रिपार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमस्विन्व्याप्तम् अष्टान्निखाणं मैखाण सर्वलोकं मैखाण ओम महालक्ष्मी स्वाहा ओम आकृष्णेन सप्रतमानुनिवेशैन्यमृतमर्तेन चैरन्येन सवितरथन देवजात्रभुवनानि प्रसन्नं सूर्याय ओम चन्द्रमस्यै ओम भौमाय ओम बुधाय ओम बृहस्पतये ओम शुक्राय ओम शनिश्चराय ओम राहवे ओम केतवे ओम सर्वे ग्रहाय स्वाहा। ओम आदि देवताभ्यो ओम प्रत्यादि देवताभ्यो ओम इष्ट देवताभ्यो ओम कुल देवताभ्यो ओम ग्राम देवताभ्यो ओम स्थान देवताभ्यो ओम वास्तु देवताभ्यो ओम सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो ओम सर्वाभ्य देवीभ्यो ओम सर्वेभ्य आचार्यभ्यो ओम सर्वेभ्य पितृभ्यो सिद्ध बुद्धि सहिता श्रीमन महागणाधिपतये स्वाहा। ओम स्वाहा स्वाधायुताग्नये वैश्वनराय नमः। पूर्णाहुत्यम् ओम पूर्णादर्विपरापत सुपूर्णा पुनरापत वसनेव विक्रीडावः इकमूर्जगुंसतक्रतो ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते स्वाहा। पूर्णे ओम श्रियै पूर्णाहुत्यै च नमः। ओम वसोः पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसोः सहस्रधारं देवसुता सविता पुनातु वसोः पवित्रेण शतधारेण सुपकामदुःख स्वाहा। भगवते श्री अग्नये नमः। यज्ञेश्वराय नमः। ओम श्रद्धां मेधां यशः प्रज्ञां विद्यां पुष्टिं श्रियं बलं तेज आयुष आरोग्यम देहि मे हव्यवाहन। बोल यज्ञ स्वरूप भगवान की जय।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवरम्। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवरम्।
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण हे राम गोविन्द हे श्याम गोपाल हे राम गोविन्द हे श्याम गोपाल श्री कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण श्री कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण हे माधवाय हे वासुदेवाय हे माधवाय हे वासुदेवाय मुरली मनोहर नारायण मुरली मनोहर नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण कृष्ण राम गोविन्द नारायण जय 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 बजरंगबली जय 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 बजरंगबली मारुति नंदन महाबली मारुति नंदन महाबली जय 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 बजरंगबली जय 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 बजरंगबली पवन पुत्र का नमः संकट न है होए बचाव हनुमान जी करे बली जय 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 बजरंगबली जय 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 बजरंगबली जय 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 बजरंगबली
ॐ नमस्तुनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादा शिशिरोरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृत्रस्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु बृहदस्वामरुतः वृष्णिमातरः शुभं जावानो विदधे हुजग्मयः अग्निजोहामनवः सूरजक्षसो विश्वेनो देवा अवसागमन्यः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाशविर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गै दुष्टुवाघं सस्तनो वर्भसे महि देवहितं जदायोः शतमिन्नु शरदो अन्तिदेवा जत्रा नश्चक्राञ्जरसं धनो नाम पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मध्याह्नैरिखतायुग्रन्थो अदितिद्यौरदितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्चजना अदितर्जाधमदितर्जनि त्वां द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलायतनो हरे।
Everyone please be seated. We'll have one bhajan in the meanwhile that we're performing Vyas Puja. Thank you.
Om Namo
छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे सने
सूर्यो जायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निः
छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे छोटे गैया छोटे
Jai Shri Krishna. We'll have a couple of more bhajans while Vyasji is having his pagri tied. Thank you.
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई। दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो, दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो, साग विदुर घर पाई, साग विदुर घर पाई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई। जूते पर शबरी के गाई, जूते पर शबरी के गाई, पौविधि प्रेम लगाई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई। प्रेम के मस अर्जुन नत आको, प्रेम के मस अर्जुन नत आको, मूर गए ठकुराई, मूर गए ठकुराई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई।
Bolo Vyas Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, everyone. If you can all please stand for Arti, we have an opening Arti now. Om Yani Kani Cha Papani Janamantare Kritani Cha Tani Sarvani Nashantu Pradakshina Pare Pare.
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योत जगाने वाला, निराला नव ज्योत जगाने वाला हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही जग की मंगल की आरती पापियों को पाप से तारती जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती ये शांति दीप पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला हर दर्श दिखाने वाला ये शांति दीप पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला हर दर्श दिखाने वाला हे सुख करनी हे दुख हरनी हे सुख करनी हे दुख हरनी हे मधुसूदन की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती
ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तु ते नमस्ते सते ते जगत्कारणाय नमस्ते च ते सर्वलोकाश्रयाय नमो द्वैततत्त्वाय मुक्तिप्रदाय नमो ब्रह्मणे व्यापने शाश्वताय त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. You can all bow or have a seat. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Ve Brahmadade Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. Bolo Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Shri Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki jai. Bolo Vyas Maharaj ki jai. I think Vyasji looks like a Maharaj today. Do you agree, everyone? Special thank you to Hemantji for tying his pagri in a traditional style today. Before we read anything or say anything else, we'd like to inform you that there is water at the back of the tent here. Today is a very hot day. I don't know if it's the energies that we've been generating over the past few days. This is the last day, and so maybe it's fitting that there's high energies and high heat with us today, but please take care of yourselves. If you need water, water will be passed around, or there is more at the back there. And if you need anything, please let someone know, and we'll be happy to help you. Today would not be possible without our in-person sponsors. In person, we have Jenny and Tamesh Singh, celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. Please give them a round of applause. 25 years is a great accomplishment, so happy anniversary to you both. We have Uncle Deo and Auntie Sabita, Eugene, and family. Thank you so much for sponsoring me perform the beautiful puja this afternoon for both of you. Virtually, we have a couple of sponsors as well. We have Chandra Rajkumar, giving thanks to Bhagwan Krishna for his blessings on my family, Pandit Hardat and his family, the volunteers and devotees on the occasion of Janamashtami. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, thank you, Chandra Rajkumar. We have Kavita Bipta, giving thanks to Bhagwan Shri Krishna and dedicated to all the children going back to school. May Shri Krishna always protect them. Mohini Muhammad and family, giving thanks to Bhagwan and happy Krishna Janamashtami to all. Thank you, Mohini Muhammad, for your sponsorship. Sita Partab, giving thanks and gratitude to Bhagwan Krishna for all his blessings and for blessings to the BSM team. Thank you so much. Chahat Pasricha, may Thakurji bless my parents and my brother with wealth, health, and happiness. Hopefully, with Bhagwan Shri Krishna's blessings, my family would become in-person Shrota for Bhagvat. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. Thank you so much for your sponsorship, Chahat. Dilip and Kalawati Singh, giving thanks to Shri Krishna for all his blessings. Thank you, Uncle and Auntie. Nirmal, Bhojpati, Divya, Govinda, Tushara, and Vishnu Ramnath, thank you so much to all of you. You say special thanks to our Guruji for providing this blessed opportunity for us to listen to Bhagvat Katha. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Raya Hemraj, thanking Pandit Hardat and family for all other devotees and Pandits of Bhavani Shankar Mandir for inspiring me and enlightening me and making me feel so connected to the divine during every session of your annual Bhagvat Katha. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Our Bhojan today is sponsored by Bhuvan Ashwar. Thank you so much for your sponsorship, Bhuvan. Pandit Bhuvanji, as you all know him. Very nice. Thank you, everyone. We have had 6 beautiful nights of Bhagavad Katha so far, and it is a bittersweet moment that this is our last session, don't you think? This is our last session, but we have something to look forward to even more, and that's Krishna Janamashtami tomorrow. I hope that all of you that are here can come out again tomorrow, and those that are watching online to come out. Our Katha, our services begins at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Again, I'd like to ask if there's any of you that need anything. Because of the weather, if you need any water, there's water in the back, just to remind all of you again. Bolo Vyas Maharaj ki Jaya. Please take it away, Vyasji.
Before I start, I would like to ask the people to come forward and sit in front, because when people come late, it's a little bit of a hassle to get folks. So please come and sit in front. So leave the back seats for those who are coming late. And also, if I can ask the guys to take out the screens at the back of the tent, that'd be great. Talbay, you can take out the. We like the front seats to be filled up. So when I ask questions, you can put up your hand quick and answer the questions as well. Also, please grab your water now. If the volunteers can get people their water now, so when the katha is happening, we won't have to. You can sip and listen. There's no problem with that, of course. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Pavan Sut Hanuman ki jai. Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Sri Jagadambika Mata ki jai. Namah Parvati Pataye Har 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 Mahadev. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। वंशी विभूषितकराननवनीरदाभात पीताम्बरादरुणबिम्बफलधरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखारविन्द्रनेत्र कृष्णात् पदं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। कृष्णत्वदीयपजपङ्कजपञ्जरन्ते अद्यैव मे विशतु मनसा राजहंसा। प्राणप्रयाणसमये कववत्पितैः कण्ठारोदनविद्यो स्मरणं कुतस्थे। करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दम् मुखारविन्दे विनवेशयन्तम्। करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दम् मुखारविन्दे विनवेशयन्तम्। वातस्य पात्रस्य पुतेशयानं बालमुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। जिह्वे पिबा स्वामृतमेतदेव गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। 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 विक्रेतु कामा किल गोपकन्या मुरारिपादा चित्तचेतवृत्ति। दद्यादिकम्बो अवसादभोजन गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। 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 दामोदर भगवान
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् अधरं
मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं
हृदयं मधुरं गमनं
मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रखिलं मधुरम् श्री गोविंद वेणु मधुरो रेणु मधुरः
मधुरा पादो मधुरो
नृत्यं मधुरं
सख्यं मधुरं
मधुराधिपते रखिलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपते रखिलं मधुरं
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं
सुतं मधुरं
रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपते
रखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपते रखिलं मधुरम् श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी है नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद
हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
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 जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल जय
जय राधा रमण हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
ओ वृंदावन की बंसी बोले श्री राधा राधा
श्री राधा राधा श्री राधा राधा
यमुना जी की लहरें बोले श्री राधा राधा
श्री राधा राधा श्री राधा राधा
ओ वृंदावन की बंसी बोले श्री राधा राधा यमुना जी की लहरें बोले श्री राधा राधा श्री राधा राधा श्री राधा राधा
श्री राधा राधा श्री राधा राधा
हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
परम धन राधा 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 राधा
परम धन राधा 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 राधा
हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा जय जय श्री राधा रमण जय जय नवल किशोर जय 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 चित चोर कहो जय जय माखन चोर राधा साध्यम साधनम यस्य राधा मंत्रो राधा मंत्रधात्री च राधा सर्वं राधा जीवनं यस्य राधा 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 वाञ्छिकं तस्य शेष्यम् बोले श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय 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 श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे hands up in the air Sri Radhesha. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Very nice. You have to say that this is the last day of our Katha. ये हमारा कथा का अंतिम दिवस है और हमारे भवानी शंकर मंदिर की ओर से मैं आपका शिव स्वागत करता हूँ. Today on behalf of our temple, we'd like to welcome all of you to our final session of Bhaagvat Katha for 2023. As you all know, we just started this process just a week ago, and today is the last day. It is as though the other day we were doing the parikrama around the temple, and today we have to reverse that process to take back what we took. You know, when we do Bhagavad Poti Yatra, when we start the ancient times, the Poti Yatra used to be done. And at the end of the Katha, the Bhagavatam used to be placed in the rivers. In the river. Nothing else. It used to be placed there for safekeeping or as an offering of what we have learned. Because we want our knowledge to be dissolved. We want us, our knowledge, and everything that we have learned and gained to be dissolved. Dissolved where? Back into creation, back with Prabhu. When we are separated from the Lord, you know, sugar by itself, you know, if you take a spoon of sugar and you eat it by itself, you don't really enjoy it. I don't know how I know that, but I think if you have ever tried it, you probably never enjoy it. But if you have the right mixture, you mix it right and you do whatever you do right and you make pera or you make laddu or make whatever sweet you eat, you enjoy the sweetness of that sugar in something else, in a different form, in a different name. Similarly, we are all sweet in our own ways. Every one of us are all sweet in our own ways. But this sweetness alone, you know, it doesn't work. It's like the sugar. You have to mix. You have to have the right mixture. And that mixture is with Prabhu. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram. Everything about Krishna is sweet. His smile, his lips, his walk, everything about him. When we are one with Shri Krishna and we have mixed with him, then only we can become the pure joy and bliss that not only ourselves can enjoy. You know, the laddu doesn't enjoy itself. Right? Nadiya na piya kabhi apna jal, vriksha na khaye kabhi apne pal. Right? The fruits, you know, the tree bears the fruits, but not to eat the fruits. It gives the fruits to others. Vriksha na khaye, nadiya na piya kabhi apna jal. The water, the rivers, does not have water to drink their own water. आइए पंडित जी, आइए हमारे साथ, आइए. The river doesn't have the water because it wants to drink its own water. It has the water to share with all of us. Apna tan ka, man ka, dhan ka, your mind, the wealth and everything that you've had, the sweetness you've had, it's not for you. It is for us to share it with everybody. Share it with the world, share it with Bhagwan as well. Sharing, as the old saying, sharing is caring. And we are here to do precisely that. And over the last 6 days, today 7 days, we are sharing. Everybody, a time like this, a weather like this, it really brings out a true identity of a human being. Weather like this, it really tests who you are. Bhagavad Gita says, who is a stable person? The Gita tells us a stable person is in hot and in cold, in sorrows and in joy, in pain and in pleasure. They remain constant. They remain constant. I know it's going to be very hot today. I wore my cheapest, thinnest, thinnest kurta and my cheapest, thinnest dhoti, because you got to dress for the weather. You must remain constant in heat or cold, plain pleasure, and all these kind of things. Today we are here to conclude this beautiful Katha. And I would like to thank all our Shrotas today, as Panditji mentioned before, and welcome all of you. I'd like to welcome Hemanji as well today again. He's here with us. And thank him for this beautiful pagri that he placed on me. I have no clue how I look, but you clapped just now, which means you're trying to make me think or feel that I look very good. So thank you for that. I will know later. He insisted last night at Panditji, we must tie a traditional Rajasthani pagri on you. And I can tell you right now, I'm sweating a gallon in my head, but it feels very light and beautiful. And I'm sure it looks very colorful as well. Thank you, Hemanji, for this good gesture. It means a lot. Of course, we know Hemanji is not a Rajasthani or an Indian. He's a pure Guyanese. And so is his whole family. So we appreciate that. Vedant Putra is here with us too today. So nice to see you. And Pandit Sunil Sharmaji is here, a very good friend of mine. He's an amazing a singer, a musician, and a Pandit as well. So nice for you to join us today, Panditji. All the sessions today, all this yagya we've had, visiting Panditjis from so many temples, very educated people. And we have another Panditji with us here today. You'll hear from him later. He and I go way, way back in Guyana. We were the first Pandit students of Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha, him and I. You remember that? I do. He does remember. He and I were the first Pandit students of Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha, back before Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha was not there. And it's so nice to see him. Of course, I know him very well. And to all of you, to our Shrotas today, Bhaiji Dev, Eugene, and Sabita, and their family, they are staple at our temple here, and they very supportive of everything we do. I asked Sabita today, what are we celebrating? She said, Panditji, we're giving thanks for life and blessings. So we appreciate that, and for all they do, Bhagwan must always guide and bless them. And to our young lovebirds over here celebrating 25 years of marital bliss, please let us clap for them again. Tamesh and Jenny. Of course, they were married when they were 10, so because they're fairly young people, but we appreciate them celebrating. I know how busy of a life they have and with their family, but they're here to celebrate with us today, with their children and Auntie Raj as well. On behalf of our temple, Tamesh and Jenny, we extend congratulations to both of you, sincere congratulations. And to sit for Katha, even one session in the Bhagavatam, is such a blessing. May the Lord keep you together for many, many more lifetimes. And of course, may you always prosper in bliss. Today, we have a little Katha to do. We have Vyas Puja to do as well. I'd like to finish on time, so we'll start. and ask the Lord's blessings on all of you. Last night, where did we leave off? We leave out with आओ मेरे सखियों मुझे मेहंदी लगाओ, मुझे श्याम सुंदर की दुल्हन बनाओ. Rukmini Devi says, I want to become the dulhan of Shyam Sundar. Then we sing, Kali Kamli Wala Mera Yaar hai, मेरा मन का मोहन तू दिलदार है, दूल्हे का सहरा सुहाना लगता है, दुल्हन का तो दिल दीवाना लगता है. You all know that. Rukmini Devi became the Dharma Patni. Of course, she is Lakshmi herself, and they reunited last night. Many activities took place. And now one day, there was this friend of Sri Krishna who was very poor, Sudama Charitra. He was very poor. They both of them, Bhagwan Sri Krishna and this friend, they both attended the same Gurukul, Sandipani. Sandipani today is still there in the form of a name in a place called Gujarat. The Sandipani Gurukul is still maintained today by Ramesh Bhai Oza in Gujarat. I went there to visit. It's beautiful, but it's named after Sandipani, who is the guru of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So one day, this poor guy, Bhagvat described him, the Bhagvat shloka, Krishnasya sit sakha kaschit brahmano brahma vittamaha virakti indriyartheshu prashantatma jitendriyah यदृच्छयोपपन्नेन वर्तमानो गृहाक्षमी तस्य भार्या कुचैलस्य शुच्चामा च तथा विधः पतिव्रता पतिं प्राह म्लायता वदनेन सा दरिद्रः समीदमाना सा वेपमाना विगम्ययः. Krishnasya seed sakha kaschit. There was one. Sakha means the friend. We want to welcome Pandit Rajeshji as well. Pandit Rajeshji from Rameshwar Mandir. Welcome to our temple and to our Katha. Please take a seat wherever you feel comfortable in this very uncomfortable day. So, Bhagwan Shri Krishna had this friend. Who was he? Krishnasya sakha kaschit brahmano brahma vittama. It is described in the Bhagavad that he was a sakha, the friend of Krishna. Brahmano, he was a brahmana, means one who controlled their senses. Prashantatma jitendriya. His name was Sudama. The Bhagavatam described him as extremely poor. Garibta, lekin daridrita nahi. There's a huge difference between poor and being in poverty. Now let me describe him to you and you will tell me whether he was living in poverty or not. Pativrata patim praha mlayata vadanena sa daridram sidamana sa vepamana vibhanyaha. There are times he did not have food to cook for his children. His wife has to go beg for food. His wife did not have proper clothing. He had a little piece of loincloth he was wearing around him. They didn't have proper house to live in. They did not have even fire to cook sometimes. What do you call that? In this day you will call it poverty. Bhagavatam says he was poor, but he was not in poverty. Who lives in poverty? Poverty is when the light of happiness and bliss has been dimmed and put out. Poverty is when we have everything material, but we are not yet happy. That is called poverty. Ashtadaridra, there are 8 types of poverty. We've talked about them so many times. The lack of companionship. Companionship with who? Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Right? Lack of dharma. Yesham na vidya, na tapo, na danam, na chapi shila, na guno na dharma. If we have no guno, no dharma, no nachapi shila, no manners, no respect, no dharma, no culture, then who are we? We are living in poverty. Dharme nahina. Kya? Pashubhi samana. Very good. Dharme. Dharme nahina. Pashubhi samana. जब हमारे पास धर्म नहीं है, तो तब हम पशु के लिए. If we do not have dharma in us, then we are just like the animals. We're just like the animals. This is it. This is called poverty. When we have everything material, but nothing spiritual in us. Over the course of this katha, as we are going in the temple, if you notice that if you live here, which we do, you notice things. And the children, as they're going in every night, they notice a grasshopper. You know what is a grasshopper? I don't know if they have a Canadian name for that. It's just a grasshopper. For days it has been sitting at the door of the temple. For days. So at night time when we're going, we tell him, Jai Shri Krishna. He sits there. The next day we go in and say, Jai. I only saw him for 3 days. Maybe he gained mukti, or maybe he's somewhere else close. But 3 days consecutively he sat there. We took pictures of him. Jai Shri Krishna, we told him. This katha is for everybody. For the organisms that have short life, that can only live for a few hours, this katha is for them. It enriches your life. The grasshopper is not in poverty because it has a thirst for dharma. This is what poverty is, my friends. Poverty is not when you have lavishness, but yet you don't know what happiness is. But his wife reminded him one day. His wife says, Sudama, your husband is the Lord. Your husband is the Lord. Who is he? Sa evam bharyata vipro bahusha pratito mrada ayam hi paramo labha uttam shloka tadarshanam. Your husband, ya chitva chataro mushtin vipran. Your husband is the Lord of the. Go and ask him. Go and beg him some wealth. Go and seek some property from him. Go and let him give you some money. After much hesitation, Sudama is a Brahman. He has a lot of pride. Brahmins are not supposed to beg unless it is their gala and they're begging for fundraising to raise funds for the temple. They're not supposed to beg. I think you all can laugh at that now because it's a joke. So that's the only time they're allowed to beg, when they have a dinner and they're begging for the temple. Otherwise, Brahmins don't beg. Their dharma, they cannot be owned by anybody. They cannot be bought by anybody. They shouldn't be. They should not be in anybody's pocket. That is the pride that they have. But he now is going to eat his pride. So he says, what am I going to take from my friend? The wife went. She didn't have anything at home. Ya chitva chaturu mushtin viprana pritukantulan. I got to get this right now. People are listening. Ya chitva chaturu mushtin viprana pritukandulan. Chekhande natanavadhvam bhartre pradanupayanam. Pritukat tandulan. Tandul, rice. She went to her neighbor, Chaturu mushtin. 4 handful of rice she borrowed and she ponged them, the rice. She ponged the rice, 4 handful of rice, and she said, Sudama, she tore her piece of her sari. This is how she was. Tore a piece of her sari, give it to him. Take this for your friend. You cannot go to his house empty-handed. He is a king, he has children, you have to give them something. So what is he taking? 4 handful of ponged rice. He's taking it. And now he's going. And then there is this famous song that we all sing sometimes, but I think you all know this song already. And so Sudama now is walking from Porbandar. There's a place called Porbandar where Mahatma Gandhi was born. I think there's some Indian people here, they know what I'm talking about. 150, 200 kilometers walk. He didn't have airplane and so then, and car. No two-wheeler. He is going to do pedal se. With his feet he is going to go. Are dwar palo, kandhaiya se keh do, किधर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है, किधर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है। अरे द्वारपालो कन्हैया से कह दो, अरे द्वारपालो कन्हैया से कह दो, किधर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है, किधर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है। भटकते भटकते न जाने कहाँ से, भटकते भटकते न जाने कहाँ से, तुम्हारे महल की गरीब आ गया है, तुम्हारे महल की गरीब आ गया है। Shri Hari, a beggar is going to meet God, my friends. Sudama ji. न सर पे है पगड़ी, न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा, बता दो कन्हैया को
नाम है सुदामा।
न सर पे है पगड़ी, न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा। न सर पे है पगड़ी, न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा, बता दो कन्हैया को
नाम है सुदामा।
ओ एक बार मोहन से जाकर के कह दो, एक बार मोहन से जाकर के कह दो कि मिल नहीं सका पद नसीब आ गया है, मिल नहीं सका पद नसीब आ गया है। ओ सुनते हैं दौरे चले आए मोहन, लगाया गले से सुदामा को मोहन, लगाया गले से सुदामा को मोहन। ओ सुनते हैं दौरे चले आए मोहन, लगाया गले से सुदामा को मोहन, लगाया गले से
सुदामा को।
ओ रुक हुआ रुक्मणी का बहुत ही अचंबा, हुआ रुक्मणी का बहुत ही अचंबा, ये मेहमान कैसा अजीब आ गया है, ये मेहमान कैसा अजीब आ गया है, ये मेहमान कैसा अजीब आ गया है, ये मेहमान कैसा ये अजीब आ गया। न सर पे है पगड़ी न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा। हेमंत जी एक रिक्वेस्ट है हमारे पास, नेक्स्ट भागवत कथा आई वुड लाइक टू हैव ए न्यू सुदामा भजन। ये हमारा रिक्वेस्ट है, हम भिखारी है अब, हम जैसे सुदामा की जैसे। नेक्स्ट भागवत कथा आप जानते हैं सुर की गति में क्या जानूं, एक भजन कर ना जानूं। आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्टेड हेमंत जी नेक्स्ट भागवत आई वांट अ न्यू सुदामा सॉन्ग बिकॉज आई सिंग दिस वन एवरी डे एंड ऑफ कोर्स चले श्याम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा, गाते चलो रे मन हरे कृष्ण रामा, गाते चलो रे मन हरे कृष्ण रामा, चले श्याम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा, चले श्याम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा। Sudama showed up. He says, he told the doorkeepers, you all know the story very well. Na tan pe pagri na sar न सर पे है पगड़ी न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कंदैया को नाम है सुदामा. Go tell your Krishna that I'm standing here, I don't have a pagri, I don't have a jama, kurta, but tell him that my name is Sudama. They deliberated a little bit. They went to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. When Krishna heard that this was Sudama, the Lord left his throne and ran to his friend. A true friend, my friend. There used to be an old saying. You know the saying? A friend in need. I know it, but just test you. A friend in need. Now, what does that mean? What does a friend in need is a friend indeed means? That came from, what did that came from? Student companion or first aid? Both? Okay. If you all don't know what first aid is, it's a textbook, not something that you dress your wounds with. Student companion, a friend in need is a friend indeed. When our friends are in need, we must be the friend indeed. When our friends are in need, we must be the friends indeed. But you got to have good friends. You have to have good friends in life. Don't have friends because somebody has more friends than you need to have. It is better to live a life in solitude than to have poisonous snakes as friend. It is better to live a life in solitude. You see Sudama? He was in bliss, but he never begged anybody for anything. Krishna Bhagavan went and he embraced Sudama. Now, I don't know, Sudama walked 150, 200 kilometers. I mean, that time there was no deodorant. There was no body spray. There was nothing like that. He went and Krishna Bhagavan embraced him, brought him to sit him on the throne. What did Bhagavan Shri Krishna do? Sakyam priyasya vipreshah rangasangani varvritaha prito vyamam cha divyamdaha dunanetrabhyam pushkarevanaha athopaveshya partakye swayam sapkyam samarhanam apahатyan vanijyasya pado pada vane janihi. Pado pada. He placed his friend on his throne. And what he did, you know, we always have to give people. You all know this story. Listen, I grew up in Guyana. I was not raised in Canada. In Guyana, we had some very, very important traditions. We would drink pipe water. I'm only talking about us, not you, because you must drink Cokes. We would drink pipe water. Best water came from the heavens. We'd fill our barrels. You know what barrels were? We didn't have tanks then. But you see, when a guest came to our home, you have to go buy IC for them. Cream soda. And you have to bring down the glass from upstairs, and you have to give them. And when it is time for eat, you got to bring out your Pyrex plate or your Chinese plate and give them. You don't give them your enamel plate that you eat in. You bring out your Chinese or your Pyrex plate, and you give them to eat. Huh? Right? We always give them, when guests comes to your home, we buy Salara for them. We buy the things, you all know this, we give them the things that we don't enjoy luxuriously on a daily basis, but we ensure that they have it. When it's time to sleep, they get the bed, you get the floor. This is Krishna. Put his friend, a little bit more, he'll be naked, put him on the throne and wash his feet. This is friendship and this is love. Well, after all that done, they start to talk, and they were talking about childhood. Krishna Bhagavan says, hey, Sudama, you remember that time? Sudama says, hey, bhai, what time? Once, when they were little, their Guru Ma sent them to the forest to cut wood. And the Guru Ma gives Sudama some chana, crispy chana. He says, you and Krishna will eat this when you're hungry, no? Sudama said, yeah, no problem. They went now, and they were separated in the forest. Krishna Bhagavan was one place, Sudama was one place, and the rain started to fall. Sudama is hiding behind a tree. Krishna Bhagavan is hiding behind one tree. The rain is falling, the place is cold. Sudama opened the chana. He says, well, Krishna is not here. He used to steal makan from everybody. I steal all his chana now. So he started to eat the chana. And as he's eating the chana, it's so crispy, his his teeth is making that noise, you know. Krishna Bhagwan know everything. Tu antaryami sabka swami. Krishna Bhagwan says, Ade bhrata, kya ho raha hai aapke muh mein? What is happening in your mouth? Krishna says, Ade bhrata, it's cold and my mouth is making a noise. My teeth is hitting together and making a noise. He said, no problem. You continue that. And he eat out. Krishna Bhagwan here said, Sudama, you remember the time when your teeth all made chana and eat it out? Sudama says, Krishna, why you embarrass me? And they laughed about stuff like that. Small things should not break up big friendships. You know, but what is small these days? Small things should not be, look how big and tall we are, big people we are. But we let the smallest things in life get between our relationships. It's a shame. This one life that we have to live, to go to Bhagwan where we need each other. All of us need each other. I need you, you need me, we all need each other. But yet we allow little things to come through the crack and separate us just because we are who we are. They did not allow these things, of course, to happen. Anyways, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Remember this sloka? Where does sloka come from? Where does sloka come from? Patram pushpam phalam. Bhagavad Gita. Very good. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. This is Bhagavad shloka. Remember the Gita? Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandana. The Gita is like a cow, and all of the Upanishads came together and gave the milk to this cow. This verse came from the Gita. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktyuparnyam ashnami prayatatmana. Krishna Bhagwan looked at Sudama. He says, Ade bhai, did you bring anything for me to eat? People don't go to temple without taking prasad or some flowers. We don't go to each other's house without taking something for the children. What have you brought for me? When he said that, Sudama says, he take the rice like this now, that he had the wrap-up rice, and he says, I didn't bring anything for you. Krishna says, you sure? He says, yes, I didn't bring anything for you. He says, you sure? He says, yes, I didn't bring anything for you. And when he said that, Krishna Bhagwan, of course, placed his hands underneath here, and he grabbed the rice. And all the rice, how much rice was it? How much? 4 handful of pounded rice. What do you call poha? Pounded rice. Poha. 4 handful of pounded rice, not even patch rice. Pounded rice fell on the ground. Krishna Bhagwan ne kaha tha, ek baar aur Sudama, aapne jhoot bola tha. Once more you have lied to me. You said you didn't have anything for me to eat. This reminds me of Vidur. When Bhagwan Shri Krishna went to his uncle Vidur's home, he was poor as well, but he was serving the king. Bhagwan Shri Krishna did not participate in Duryodhan's tamasic food. What is tamasic food? Tamasic food is that which has been given or acquired through tamasic ways. You rob people, you know, if you're running a business, if you're working, whatever it is you do, or you earn things in a dishonest way, it will just fuel the tamasic energy in you. Tamasic food is that which is acquired by negative means. Krishna Bhagwan refused the 56 royal dishes of Duryodhan, and he went to his uncle Vidur home. This is Mahabharata story. When he said, Vidur Mama or Vidurani, it's bhojan time now. Kya hai aapke paas? Vidurani ne kaha tha ki Are Krishna, we don't have anything else. The Lord went and he saw in the overnight pot there was a leaf of stale bhaji. Stale bhaji. And the Lord says, Vidur, you lied to me that there's nothing to eat. I'm going to eat the stale bhaji and be happy with it. But don't offer God stale food. Vidur, they were very, very pure people that the Lord was able to eat from them. Well, Krishna Bhagwan, he took up 1 scoop of the rice and he ate it. And as he ate the rice and he was going to eat the others, 4, eat 1, 3 is remaining. Rukmini Devi held his hands. There are some narrators that will say he ate 3 and he was going to eat the 4th. No. He ate one. And as he was going to eat the others, Rukmini Devi held his hands. Held his hands and says, no, you can't do that. Leave some for all of us. When he ate that one scoop of rice, you know, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That is the meaning of the 4 handful of rice. Rukmini Devi said, no, no, no. Leave some for us too. Because we are a part of your life. They slept overnight. And the next day when Sudama was able to go home now, he did not ask his friend for everything. If you're a good friend, you will know if your friend is in need or not. You will know. We all know in our own ways when people need something. Don't wait for them to ask. If you have a good relationship with people, reach out to them and help. But don't help with an intent, for an announcement, for a recognition, or for them to owe you. Just help genuinely. Sudama left. He never asked for anything. But when he went home, he saw his wife, Patnim Viksha Vispuranti Devi Vaimaniki Vachaha Dasinam Nishkantinam Madhe Bhanti Sa Vismitaha. He saw his wife coming out, and there was this palace, and his wife has attendants, Dasinam. They are servants. Everybody came out. Sudama says, wait a minute. What is this? One night I left, and this lady married a king. What is going on here? What is his wife's name? Sushila. Anybody hearing Sushila today? Okay, all right. That's a nice old name. Well, his wife came out, and the wife said, your friend, you did not ask him for anything, but he gave you. So much he has given you. My friends, this is what happens when we are a friend to God. When we are a friend to God, we have to have at least one real friend in this world, and that must be Bhagwan himself. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. The Lord lived now. He lived his life. Of course, he was with his queens, and that is in Dwapar age. The age now, what the Lord did, he destroyed Shishupal. So many things happened. He destroyed so many demons. The age of Dwapar was coming to an end. And one day what happened? Bhagwan Shri Krishna is from the Yadukul dynasty. He was from the Yadu race. Bhagwan Ram is Raghukul. Shri Krishna Bhagwan is Yadukul. Yadukul Anandan. Anyways. So he came from the Yadu race, the Yadu dynasty. One day what happened? There was a bunch of young fellas, youths from the Yadu dynasty. They were rich, filled with wealth. They were intoxicated with their wealth. These are people in the lineage of Sri Krishna. And what happened one day? They were coming out, and they were so intoxicated that they saw some sages. They saw some sages. And who were these sages? Not ordinary men like you and I. They were Vishwamitra, Ashita, Kanva, Durvasa, Bhrigu, Angira, Kashyap, Vamadeva, Atri. And these are all the real sages. Some of them are Saptarishis. They are great, great sages. Among all of them, you hear I say Durvasa very differently. You can mess with Bhagwan Vishnu. You can go and interrupt Kailash. But you don't ever mess with sage Durvasa. That is a very powerful sage. The one who has most power than all of them. The young boy saw the sages. And just like when we were little, you know what, when the pandits would ride in the bicycle in the village or walk with a dhoti, everybody used to trouble them. I can't tell you how many taunts I got as a young boy, because long ago, you have old pandits. I have never seen a young pandit when I was growing up. The requirement for being a pandit, you had to be old. That's how it was. So when you're a young boy growing up, that time, no, everybody a pandit. That time, you had to be old. So when you're a young boy dressing, you got your young friends and they trouble you all kind of name and call you all kind of thing. Anything I see is Swaha and thing like that. You know the thing. They Pandit, Om Swaha. All right. Today you can sue them for harassment if they do that. You know that. But where you go, I'm not going to sue none of them now. All right. They went, and what they did, the boys, they made a mockery of the sant. Santan ke sang lagare. teri achhi bari hai. Tulsidas, he spoke so highly of saints. You know what they did? They took cloth and they roll up the cloth like this, and they pushed it in their shirt. They took a sari and they pull it over their head, and they wore the sari, and they go, they say, Hare Santa Baba, I am pregnant, I am pregnant. Tell me what kind of child I'm having, boy or girl. Durvasa looks at them. Durvasa says, what? You don't know who we are? We're men of God. We live our lives of praise, Prabhu. But yet you come make a mockery of what we're doing. Durvasa says, Here dusht. That same cloth that you have wrapped on your stomach will become a pestle. You know what a pestle is? Like a piece of metal. It will become a pestle. And in due time, that pestle will destroy your entire lineage of the royal dynasty. Ye hamara shrap hai. Ye hamara shrap hai. I got to quote you the verse too, no? Because people must watch. Prashtam vilajjati sakshat prabhrutamo gadarshanaha prasoshyanti putra kama kim switta sanjanashyataha. That is the 15th verse, of course, of Book 11, Discourse 1, where it is said, in due time, a pestle, that pestle will destroy. The boy said, pestle? Steel? Metal? And you know what? When he lifted up his shirt and he removed the bundle of cloth, you know what was there? A piece of metal was on his stomach. You don't do that kind of stuff. Leave the holy men and women to do what they want to do. If they don't know what they're doing, leave them. If they don't, you just leave them to do what you don't know, what kind of power they're walking around with. You don't know that. You know what they did? They went now, and they went and they ground the piece of pestle up to dust. They ground it up to dust like this, and they said, what shrap? And they threw it in the water. As they threw it in the water, a fish at that time came and swallowed all of it. The fish, as all of the pestles assembled in this belly of the fish. A fisherman caught the fish, opened the fish up. There he saw the assembly of all the dust particles of the pestle that makes back the pestle, the steel. He says, this is such a valuable piece of metal here. A hunter came and says, wait a minute. I can use this to make an arrow. I can use this piece of metal to make an arrow. He buys it from them, and he takes it and he makes an arrow. When Sri Krishna Bhagavan heard about this, which lineage is Sri Krishna from? Yadu dynasty. Bhagavan says, my entire lineage is cursed that we will be demolished. It is time for me to prepare to go, because he has to go as well. Yadunandan Jai Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Yadunandan Jai Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Yadunandan Jai Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Yadunandan Jai Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe
Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare
Yahyorvakam maya tyakto lokayam nashti mangalam bhavishyata charkara sadhu kallati nishkritaha navastram cha tvathaiveha maya tyakte mahitale jano dharma ruchir bhadra bhavishyati kalau yago Yadunandan Jai Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Radhe Shyam Hare Yadunandan Jai Radhe Shyam Hare
Radhe श्याम हरे
Oh Radhe
श्याम
Shyam. Krishna Bhagwan hears and he says, I call Uddhav. Uddhav is one of his most loyal ministers. He called Uddhav and he says, Uddhav, it is time for me to give you what we call the Uddhav Gita. There is the Bhagavad Gita, there is Uddhav Gita, there is Ram Gita as well. All kinds of Gita there is. He gives Uddhav the Uddhav Gita. He says, Uddhav, it is time for me to, my physical body to leave this world. But Uddhav, before I leave, I will place my tejas. I will place all my powers into this Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran. You see this one that I have on my left here? This is called Grantaraj Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran. It is in Sanskrit and only Sanskrit, the one that Shukadeva Mahamuni is sitting on here. This is what we use to do the Poti Yatra. This book, if you don't even know to read it, you just respect its presence. It means so much. He says, I put all my tejas in this book, and then this book will be the cause of people's liberation in this Kali Yuga. Why? Because Kalamvaye Shapa Nirdagdhyam, that in this age of Kali Yuga, the moment is coming for me to leave now. The moment in which, the moment this world is forsaken by me, Uddhav, it will be called Kali. The moment I leave this world, it will be called Kali Yuga, the dark age. And before long, O Uddhav, all its auspiciousness will be gone. All the auspiciousness will be gone from this world. You should in no case live on this globe which is abandoned by me. For this age of Kali Yuga, O Uddhav, people will conceive a liking for unrighteous ways. People will love adharma more than they love dharma. I don't want to be too creative, but you can think about what I'm saying. People will have a love for adharma more than dharma. Completely shaking off at all attachments for your own people and kinsmen, O Uddhav, you must concentrate your mind on me and listen to what I tell you. He now gives the description of the gurus. In our dharma, there is 24 gurus that the Lord talked about. And he talked about the mountains. He says, Uddhav, people must learn from the mountains. Regardless of the weather conditions, the mountains remains immovable. Learn from the fish. Pani se machali se sikho. No, learn from the fish that they cannot, the oxygen that we are breathing, they cannot breathe, but they take the oxygen from the water. Without the water, they can't live. Bhagwan must be your prana. In this life of Kali Yuga, Uddhav, if people live without God, they will live in darkness every day of their life. So happy to see so many people here this evening, and I know tomorrow night will be packed to the temple. But don't live without God. You have to have a little fun. You have to balance your life. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You have to have some pleasures. You have to whatever. But don't forsake Bhagwan. Don't let go of God. A pious man in this life, O Uddhav, should always place his head at the feet of the Lord, for at the feet of Bhagwan, at the feet of Bhagwan, all our ignorance are dissolved. O Uddhav. He said, you must learn from the mountains, learn from the fish, learn from the flower. Phulo se tum hasna siko, bhauro se tum gana. We don't have time, we could sing it. Suraj ki kirno se siko, jagna aur jagana. Phulo se tum hasna siko. Learn from the flower how to smile. The only time a flower doesn't smile is when it is withered. Right? And all of us must smile. But you not smile now. You have Bhagwan Krishna in front of you. Let me ask you a question. Do you offer a withered flower to Bhagwan? Do you ever offer a withered flower to Bhagwan? When a flower withers, you don't offer it. Similarly, do you offer a sad face to the Lord? A withered flower is equal to a sad face. When you stand in front of Prabhu, give him a smile. Give him a smile. because he will give you back many in return. फूलों से तुम हंसना सीखो, भौरों से तुम गाना. Learn from the bees how to sing. सूरज की किरणों से सीखो. Learn from the sun how to shine. When it shines in the morning, it shines on everything that is exposed to. And when you rise up in the morning, wake up others in the process. You'll get a little kick in the process, but wake up others as well. He gives Uddhav what we call the Uddhav Gita. And finally, my friends, after he gives Uddhav the Uddhav Gita, it is time for the Lord to make his departure. Lord Krishna is going to leave. The Basuri Wala is going to leave from this world. Not Prabhu. Prabhu never dies. Prabhu never leaves. But the Basuri Wala, Shri Krishna, is going to leave now. One day, the Lord, Shri Krishna, was sitting in the forest. He is sitting in the forest, behind a tree. And there, as he was sitting behind a tree, he places his feet up, his right foot up rather, on his left foot. And a shadow was casting from that right foot that he places up. A hunter comes by. You remember the hunter that I told you about, that brought the pestle from the fisherman? He makes an arrow and he's going. And now he sees the shadow. And when he sees the shadow, he's going to shoot in the direction of the shadow. And when he shot the feet of Sri Krishna. The feet of Sri Krishna at a place called the Achilles. Is that the right name? Achilles. Good. You saw the movie with Brad Pitt where his name was Achilles? Okay. It's a nice movie, but anyway. He shot the Achilles, the feet of the Lord. That's a place, according to the Bhagavatam, when you shoot it, or if it is damaged, it can cause the destruction of your life. When the hunter shot the feet of the Lord that we all bow to, he runs now to see what he has shot. Is it a deer? What is it? And when he runs, what did he see? He sees the body lying there of Krishna. He sees a physical body lying there. And he starts to cry. But they're manifesting in front of him. Chaturbhujam tam purusham drishtva sakriti kalvishaha bhita papata shirsa padayorasura drishaha. Chaturbhujam tam purusham drishtva. He saw Narayan Bhagavan, Shankha Chakra Gada Parma. The Lord with 4 hands now as Narayan manifested in front of him. He says, wait a minute. There's one lying here, the Basuri Wala, but there's Narayan with Chaturbhujam tam purusham drishtva, with his eyes. Kritikil visha. Bhita papata chirisa padayo rasurastishuhu. And he bows down to Narayan. Narayan says, what you see there is the Basuri Wala. But I am never dead. That who is never born cannot die, and that who is never dying, never dead, cannot take birth. When the people, though, of Dwarka heard about the departure of Sri Krishna, his physical body, because you remember what the Lord says? When he leaves this world, Kali Yuga will take over. Darkness will take over. Men will eat each other. Men will kill each other just to get by in their daily life. They start to sing for Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Kandhaiya, Kanhare Kandhaiya, Kanhare Ajare Ajare Kandhaiya, Kanhare Kandhaiya, Kanhare Ajare Ajare एक अर्ज मेरी सुन लो दिलदार है कन्हैया। एक अर्ज मेरी सुन लो, दिलदार है कन्हैया। कर दो कर दो कर दो कर दो कर दो अधम की नैया, भव पार है कन्हैया। कर दो
अधम की नैया, भव पार है कन्हैया।
कन्हैया कान्हा रे कन्हैया, कान्हा रे आज रे कन्हैया, कान्हा रे कन्हैया, कान्हा रे अच्छा हूँ या बुरा हूँ, परदास हूँ तुम्हारा। अच्छा हूँ या बुरा हूँ, परदास हूँ तुम्हारा। अच्छा हूँ या बुरा हूँ, परदास हूँ तुम्हारा। परदास हूँ तुम्हारा। जीवन का मेरे तुम पर हर हार है कन्हैया। जीवन का मेरी तुम पर है भार है कन्हैया। एक अर्ज मेरी सुन लो, दिलदार है कन्हैया। कन्हैया कान्हा रे कन्हैया,
कान्हा रे आजा रे, आजा रे।
तुम हो अधम जनों के उद्धार करने वाले। तुम हो अधम जनों के उद्धार करने वाले। तुम हो अधम जनों के उद्धार करने वाले। उद्धार करने वाले। मैं हूँ अधम जनों का सरदार है कन्हैया। मैं हूँ अधम जनों का एक अर्ज मेरी सुन लो, दिलदार है कन्हैया। कन्हैया कान्हा रे कन्हैया, कान्हा रे
आजा रे, आजा रे।
कन्हैया कान्हा रे कन्हैया, कान्हा रे आजा रे। when God is not in your life, you feel very different. No. They did not have the understanding that this is Paramatma, there is no living, there is no dying. So anyways, they all were very sad. But then the Lord, Bhagwan Vishnu, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Ma me jare tvamuttishta kamayesha krito hi me yahi tvam maduno gyata swarga sukritinam padam. The Lord rose up and he held the head of the hunter. His name was Jara. He says, Jara, don't be afraid. Get up. Indeed, this is part of you making an arrow to kill something. This is part of you making an arrow to kill something. That role has been played by you as desired by me. That role has been played by you as desired by me. Ascend, O Jara, yahi tvam madugyata. Ascend as you may permit it to the heavens, the abode of the virtuous. He was commanded by Shri Krishna to do that, and he stayed in the heavens. The Lord then ascended, my friends, to his divine realm. To his divine realm. Don't ever spread. I heard one time somebody saying that Ram Bhagwan was killed by somebody, Krishna Bhagwan was killed by somebody. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledayantapo, na shoshayati maruta. The soul is indestructible. Paramatma is Atma. Right? Atma tvam girijamati sahachara prana shariram griha. He is Paramatma. We have so many Pandits here tonight and Gyanis and so many people listening to this broadcast. I am very surprised by who listens to this. And I'm very thankful because it really shows how authentic, the authenticness of what we're doing here today. Authenticity of what we're doing here today. And the past 6 days. So he ascended back to his heavens and then he was here. Shukadev Mahamuni, remember, he's narrating. Shukadev Mahamuni, the Paratmauti sage, he's narrating this Katha. He's narrating this Katha to who? Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit says, Prabhu, Shukadev Mahamuni, now that you've told me the incarnations, all of the incarnations of the Lord, how he came and how he left, give me the final teaching so that I too may leave. This is so emotional for people who understand these things, but he says, give me the final teaching so that I may leave as well. And the final teaching given to Shukadeva Mahamuni, which is my final teaching to you tonight, Ghate bhinne yathakasham akashah syadayata pura evam dehe bhrite jivo brahma sambhadyate punah manasrjati vedehan gunan karmani chatmana tanmana srijate maya tato jivasya sansriti. Shukadev Mahamuni says, Parikshit, Raja, you're now going to go. And as you're going to go, please remember, since just as in a dream state, a man himself sees the head chopped off, one witnesses death, etc., of one's body, which is sere and different from those states. But in reality and in a dream, things are very different. This life that you're living, Raja Parikshit, is a dream. It is nothing else but a dream. And you know what was the teaching he gave that I would like to leave with all of you today? Is the source. What is the source? What is the source, my friends, of misery? The source of misery. Parigriho hi dukhaya yat vipriyatam nrinam. The source of misery, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, The source of misery is indeed the acquisition of whatever we love the most. This is very simple. Our source of misery is the love of what we are acquiring every day. This is foreign language to all of us, and me sometimes, but that's it. What we all are working very hard to achieve and preserve every single day, include this body, it is the source of misery. Because our focus is only on that. Now you can work and achieve and get rich and do all these things, but if your focus is on Bhagwan as well, misery will not be yours. But the source of misery is indeed the acquisition of whatever men love the most. The analogy is given here that in a certain place there was a young maiden. Guests came to her home and she has to pound the rice to make something for them to eat. But as she's pounding the rice, she has bangles on her hand, and the bangles are making a noise. So what she does, she breaks off all the bangles and leaves 2 on this hand and 2 on this hand. She's pounding. But as she's pounding, the 2 bangles again are making noise. So she breaks off one is left in this hand. She breaks off one is left in this hand. And now she pounds and there is no noise. That which we accumulate in life will make our lives very noisy. Peace, solitude, and happiness is the way forward in this life. Raja Parikshit accepts the teachings. Shukadev Mahamuni gets up after 7 days and 7 nights. The Bhagavatam is closed. He gets up after 7 days and 7 nights and he said, Parikshit, I have done my part. I have done my duty. He takes his dakshina and he leaves. Everyone who was there left. Raja Parikshit sits alone. And as he sat there, the poisonous snake Takshak comes, because in 7 days he has to bite him. The poisonous snake Takshak comes. And as he approaches Raja Parikshit, he bites Raja Parikshit. But you know, like an ant hill builds up so big, when you just touch it on top, everything falls like that. Raja Parikshit body, just like the grasshopper, just like all the insects, just like all of you, his body has been purified. But his body was already cremated. His body was a lump of ash. And when the snake Takshak bit his body, the lump of ash fell on the ground. Because Raja Parikshit, after listening to the Bhagvat, his Atma was already in the heavens. Atma already attained mukti. He did not have to go to Pindas and all. His Atma had already gained mukti, and the Bhagavatam already cremated, burnt his physical being. He was purified. This is what we have been doing for the last 7 days. Purification, purification, purification for the last 7 days. And this is, when we finish this Bhagavatam, we have to now keep that state and mind of purity in our lives. In ending, I'll tell you a story, because this is important. This is the only thing you must remember leaving here tonight. There were 3 dogs and they were fighting. The 3 dogs were fighting. And they were fighting in a village, and the village had a well, you know, that everybody was dipping water from. They were fighting and fighting, and they were not happy with the match. So they went a little bit more aggressive, and all 3 of them fell into the well, and they died in the well. Everybody now went to the panchayat. You know who's panchayat? The 5 elders in the village selected to run. They went to the panchayat. The panchayat sent them to a Panditji. They says, Panditji, you know all about purification. Tell us how we can purify this water here and make it, you know, drinkable again. The Panditji says, Are, take 10 buckets of Ganga Jal and throw it inside. They took 10 buckets of Ganga Jal, because Ganga Jal is supposed to purify everything, and they throw it in the temple. When we bathe Shivji Lingam, people take Ganga, even me too, you know, I bathe myself and so on, because we want purification. People take a drink and do all kind of things with it. Because Ganga Jal is supposed to purify. They throw in 10 buckets of Ganga Jal. The stench did not go away. Padlaji, it's still smelling. Okay. Go and read the Bhagavatam next to it. They took the Bhagavatam, got Panditji, read Bhagavatam. Still smelling. Panditji is still smelling. Okay. Throw some attar inside, throw some chandan inside, they throw all of that. Throw some bilva patra inside, they throw all of that. Throw some neem leaf inside, they'll purify it. Do achman, they'll do. When they did all of that, the Panditjis said, come, let me tell all of you a lesson. You throw all the sources of purification in the well, but did you take out the 3 dead dogs? Did you take out the 3 dead dogs from the well? No. So you're purifying something that has a source of impurity. What are the sources of impurity in us? Chapter 16 of Gita. Kama, Krodha, Tatha, Lobha. Lust, anger, and greed. Kama, Krodha, Tatha, Lobha. Chapter 16, I think verse 21 of the Gita. Read it. Lord Krishna says, Trividam narak, y'all know these verses. Trividam narakasyedam dwaram nashanatmaja. The Lord says there are 3 gates leading everyone to hell. Lust, anger, and greed. You can throw how much Ganga Jal you want on yourself. You can wear big bhasma and chandan and throw attar on your skin. You can smell like the gods. But if you have not taken out the 3 dogs from within the well, Kama, Krodha, and Lobha, lust, anger, and greed, you will always carry that stench of impurity. Bhagavatam will not do you anything. Mantras will not do you anything. You have to extract it and then come to these places. It has been such a blessing to be with you tonight. And I'm going to pause now. And we're going to sing 1 verse of a concluding song. And then Pandit Suraj will take over. But I would like from the bottom of my heart, I know the MC and Benji will do their vote of thanks. But from me, generally, I would like to say thank you to all of you for making this such a blissful Srimad Bhagavatam. I can't tell you what I'm experiencing because I can't tell you how sweet Laddu is. You have to experience it. You have to eat it. And all of you have come night after night to eat with us, to drink with us. The ras of the Lord. Pipata Bhagavata rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhoyubhavaka. You've come every night to drink the juice of Bhagavatam with us. I know the blessings that will be showered upon all of you. And please keep the blessings that way. Please come to your temple. Please support your mandir. Tomorrow night we move inside and we have Krishna Janam Katha. And we have a blissful night ahead. But I sincerely want to thank everybody. The maintenance team, the guys who worked tremendously hard to put the stage up, to make preparations for this Katha. You don't hear about them too much, but they are a very, very hard-working team in this mandir. I think all of us should give a big round of applause to them. They are very hard-working, and after tonight, they will need your help as well to dismantle a few things and so on. But sincere thanks to them. I know all the people. Bhagwan knows all the people, not anybody. God knows all who have worked. There are people in the temple who are working right now. They can't be here. But God must bless all of them for making this work. I get into trouble when I call out names, so that's why I don't call out names. A lot of people don't know Akash because he's at the side and he doesn't, you don't see him a lot. But Akash is a very, very key person for this all to happen. I am unable to even describe to you what it takes to make things happen here from a technology and a sound perspective. So he deserved a big round of applause for Akash and for all the work that he has done. Since August 1st, my friends, there's been one gentleman who has been here every day except 2 days. And he's not been here 2 days because I told him not to come. I told him to stay home. It's not. He's usually the first to get here and the last to leave. I know he's the last to leave because I'm the second to last to leave. Every night.
late nights, 1:30, 2 in the morning sometimes. And that is Mahendra. Please give Mahendra a big round of applause. And for all the hard work. And the decor team, everybody worked very, very hard for this Katha. Everyone. So thank you all. Some detailed vote of thanks will be done later, but that is my thanks to all of you. And not forgetting my own nephew who has come to beautify this place. I cannot afford his rate. I can't afford to pay him, but what I do promise him is that I'll pay for his gas money. Because he drives a Tesla. Please give a big round of applause for Tamesh. Tamesh makes an environment becomes heavenly. I've heard him play so many times. For every other, I told him, I says, my nephew, I don't ask a lot of you, but when there's Bhaagvat, if you can, please support us. And he plays so beautiful. But when he plays with his cousin, when he plays with Bhuvan, they bring out a life and an energy that is beyond what I've heard. So a really, really good job to both these guys. Really, really well done. So tonight, I want to sing this song and ask Bhagwan's blessings on Jenny and Tamesh. Can we have the things? Radha ki kirpa. They're celebrating 25 years of marital bliss. Panditji, thali le lo. Pushpa, thoda sa Aashirwad, 2 minute ka Aashirwad. After this, we'll have Pandit Suraj take over and lead us through the rest of the program. We have some Panditjis. I'd like to hear from them briefly tonight. We have Vyas Puja as well to do, so a lot to do. Let's wish both of them. Tamesh and Jenny, please stand. Please stand up today, because today you both are going to relive a single moment that you lived 25 years ago. I don't know if they had malas that time, but you had to throw something on each other. May both of you live for many, many lifetimes more together. This mala was ordered by your mother, Tamesh, to wish both of you bliss and happiness. And on behalf of Auntie Raj and all your family and cousins, is there anybody from Tamesh family here today, and Jenny? Is there anybody here? You guys are supposed to go, whoo! Yay! All right. So on behalf of all your cousins, your family, and your friends who are here today, we'd like to wish both of you many more lifetimes of bliss. It is such an auspicious thing in Bhagavatam to sit and to celebrate family and togetherness. And today both of them has done that. Tamesh and Jenny are genuine supporters of our temple and very generous supporters of our temple. I'm not here to talk about their support tonight. I'm here to talk about their love and commitment for each other. It is because of Bhagwan that they are with each other, and it is because of Bhagwan that they have such a beautiful family as well. On behalf of your BSM family and your extended family and friends who are here tonight, Bhagwan's blessings. Congratulations to both of you. Jai Mala Siya Jai Mala, Jai Mala Siya Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram Gale Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram Gale Jai Mala. Oh Jai Mala Siya Jai Mala, Jai Mala Siya Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram Gale Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram. Jenny. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Garudadvaja, Mangalam Pundrikaksho, Mangalayetano Hari, Mangalam Bhagavan Shambho, Mangalam Bhrishadvaja, Mangalam Parvati Nata, Sarva Mangalamang. Take blessings from Auntie Raj. Jai Mala Siya Jai Mala, Jai Mala Siya Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram Gale Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram Gale Jai Mala, Siya Dale Ram Gale Jai Mala. Shubham Bhavatu Kalyan Bhavatu Mangalam Bhavatu. May there always be auspiciousness, long life, and lots of love and happiness to both of you. Big hand for Jenny and Tamesh again.
as they celebrate their 25th marital bliss of wedding anniversary. God bless you both again, guys. Stay happy and stay well always. Pane Suraj.
Bolo Vyas Maharaj ki Jai. Vyas Maharaj ki. You can do better than that. One last time. Vyas Maharaj ki. Thank you, everyone. Please give Vyasji a big round of applause. 7 nights of wonderful Katha. I wanted to ask anyone here, everyone, who was here for all 7 nights? Put your hand up. Hi. Okay, you got a few. And that means by what Vyasji said that you will attain mukti by hearing the Katha. Thank you to everyone who has come on and to everyone who has pitched in to make this possible. We have a few dignitaries here that we'd like to ask to speak. We'll ask Pandit Sunil Sharma to give us a few prayers or words of encouragement. He'll like to sing a bhajan. As Gurji mentioned, he is a wonderful singer, so he'll grace us with one bhajan. Thank you, Ji.
बोली राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, बोली सदगुरु महाराज की. So मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है. This is a blessing for me. I don't get 6 days to come, but last day I get all blessings. And so long I want to listen to Panditji Vyasji, and today is a blessing of Bhagavan Krishna. I got a special blessing. First time I heard you, and beautiful Katha. Because normally in India, I go in the Bhaagvat Katha with lots of Vyas, and same feeling I'm getting today. Very nice, Pandit. So it's a chutney style bhajan, maybe you know. हो रात श्याम सपने में आए, रात श्याम सपने में आए. हो दैया पी गए, दैया पी गए, दैया पी गए, सारा रा 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 रा, सारा रा 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 रा. रात श्याम सपने में आए, रात श्याम सपने में, रात श्याम सपने में आए, रात श्याम सपने में आए. दैया पी गए, दैया पी गए, दैया पी गए, सारा रा 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 रा. रात श्याम सपने में आए, रात श्याम सपने में आए. जब शाम मोरी बैया पकड़ी, जब शाम मोरी बैया पकड़ी, बैया कर गई, बैया कर गई, बैया कर गई. रा 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 रा. रात शाम सपने में आए, रात शाम सपने में आए. जब शाम मोरी चुनरी झटकी, जब शाम मोरी चुनरी झटकी, चुनरी उड़ गई, उड़े उड़े उड़ गई, चुनरी उड़ गई, सारा रा 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 रा, सारा रा 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 रा. रात शाम सपने में आए, 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 रात शाम सपने में आए. बोले राधा और कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की.
Thank you so much, Panditji. Today we have three kings. We have three kings. We have Vyas Maharaj, and we have two other Panditjis Maharaj as well. We have Pandit Mohan Maharaj with us. Please, Panditji, I'd like to ask you to say something, and afterwards we'll have a few words from Pandit Rajesh as well.
Shall we pray? Om Shri Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Viganeshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. I pray and pranam to all of you devotees. We're indeed blessed to be in satsang, and more so to listening to Bhaagvat Mahapuran. I want to compliment our learned Vyasji, who take me back a long time. Probably he remember more than I do, but I really listened to you attentively, and the way you had presented your Katha. I want to compliment you and thank you, and I want to encourage all of you, continue to attend Bhagvat. Wherever Bhagvat is, you should all, or we should all, ensure that we take time off to attend. We're told beautifully, Bhagavat Katha humko pyara, pyara. Bhagavat Katha sabko pyara. We should all come and drink the nectar-like message from this beautiful text, because we're told, Ye Amada Grantha Ye Mukti Panchaye. We are told that this text is Panchama Ved. We learned about 4 Vedas. While Pandit and I was actually most age group, we learned about only 4 Vedas. But as we get more advanced, or older if you want to use that word, we have learned now that there are Panchama, there is a 5th Vedas, and that is the Bhagvat Mahapuran, which our learned Vyasji quoted from. And I must tell you that you're a great leader. There are 2 words I have learned since I was probably 9 or 7. Sumat and Kumat. United we stand, divided we fall. And you're indeed a great leader. I want to compliment you and congratulate you and your team, or if you want to say members or group. To put up this here, it's difficult and it's hard. And so I want to compliment you and your team, your hard-working team. I know as a pandit, I don't work too much harder. I only pass harder when I was back home. I only said we have to get the Bedi there, we have to do this, we have to get so many flags for this tapon or whatever. But you have done exceedingly well, and I guess you are behind them too, and that is so nice. So I want to compliment all of you, and may Bhagavan Krishna richly inspire, protect, guide, and bless all of you that belong to this family. It's a family. The temple, when we attend a temple, we all become one family. And who is the head of it? Our Vyasji. So compliment, can we put our hands together for the entire team? Prem se bolo Kandaya Lal ki Jai.
Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. May I please ask you to clasp your hands and turn your thoughts towards the divine form of Bhagwan Sri Krishna as we join in prayer. Om Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Tilakam Yadvaishavanam Danam Yasmin Paraham Samevam Amalam Gyanam Param Giyate Tatraya Sharishavarshikastada Vyasatmaja Gyana Mahibra Chandrama Kathavasena Nijalabha Purnaha Premna Patam Bhagavatam Shanai Shanai बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। आदरणीय परम पूजनीय व्यास जी, सबसे पहले मैं आपको प्रणाम करता हूँ। पंडित जनों, श्रोतागणों, साधुगणों तथा भक्त सज्जनों, मैं आपको प्रणाम करता हूँ। Respected Vyas ji, other pundits, shrotas, members of the Kirtan Mandali, and to all you wonderful devotees who are here tonight, it is indeed a great blessing and a privilege and an honor to sit in this Yagyashala and to listen to the wonderful shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam expounded by the very competent Vyas ji. Bhagvat Katha is no easy scripture to expound. It was expounded, as Vyas ji rightly said, by Sri Sukadev ji to Raja Parikshit. And we hear Brahmanan, the great poet, tells us, Sukadeva kahe muni jnani suno bhupa bhagavata vani. The word was given by Sri Sukadev ji to Raja Parikshit at the end of his time. And because of listening to the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, Raja Parikshit gained his goal of liberation. Tonight, we are not here by chance, we are not here by choice, we are not here by privilege, but we are here because of our good karma. In order for us to be in satsang, it is as a result of our good karma. And Bhagavad Katha is something we don't hear very often. We ourselves have just completed 2 Srimad Bhagavad Yajna in our mandir. And I take this opportunity and see it as a great blessing to be in Bhagavad Katha again tonight. And of course, you all have done an amazing job. And of course, putting together a Bhagavad Yajna and coordinating it takes a lot of work. And you have done exceedingly well just by looking around and seeing the setup. So may the blessings of Bhagwan Sri Krishna be with all of you. And of course, I urge you to continue to support your dharma, your mandir, and of course, your leader, who is a very pious, a very strong, and a dynamic leader in the Hindu community. On behalf of Rameshwar Mandir, thank you, and Sitaram.
Thank you so much to both Panditjis. At this time, we have to perform our prasad and Vyas Puja. So we ask everyone when you're coming up to come straight up to the altar. You can offer any of your prasad, dakshina, flowers, whatever you have, whatever you've brought, directly to any of these murtis and any of the Bedis here. And then you'll make your way to the left, up the stairs to the Vyas Singhasan. You can walk around, so go in front, offer whatever it is you'd like to offer to Vyasji, or you're just bow, and around and come back down. This is probably the best way that we can do it to maximize our efficiency with it, so that we can get in and out. While this is happening, we have Hemanchi here and his son as well. We ask them to lead us into a kirtan and bhajan. Of course, we cannot let the day go by without listening to them. Thank you so much.
बोलिए कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। कृष्ण मुरारी हे बनवारी, कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी हे बनवारी, कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कुंज बिहारी हे बनवारी, कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कुंज बिहारी हे बनवारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
हे नंद नंदन हे दुख भंजन
हे नंद नंदन हे दुख भंजन।
हे नंद नंदन हे दुख भंजन।
हे नंद नंदन हे दुख भंजन।
हे दुख भंजन कृपा करो।
हे दुख भंजन कृपा करो।
ओ हे दुख भंजन कृपा करो।
हे दुख भंजन कृपा करो।
कृष्ण मुरारी
हे बनवारी
कृपा करो। कुंज बिहारी हे गिरधारी
कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
तू रखवाला हे गोपाला।
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 हे गोपाला कृपा करो।
हे गोपाला कृपा करो।
कृष्ण मुरारी हे बनवारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कृष्ण मुरारी हे बनवारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कुंज बिहारी हे गिरधारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कुंज बिहारी हे बनवारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
हे मुरलीधर हे करुणाकर।
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 हे करुणाकर हे मुरलीधर।
हे मुरलीधर हे करुणाकर।
हे मुरलीधर हे करुणाकर।
हे करुणाकर कृपा करो।
हे करुणाकर कृपा करो।
कृष्ण मुरारी हे बनवारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कृष्ण मुरारी हे बनवारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कुंज बिहारी हे गिरधारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
बिहारी हे गिरधारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो।
कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो। कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो। कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो।
कृपा करो हे
कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो। कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। हे मधुसूदन कृपा करो। कृपा करो हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो।
मुरारी कृपा करो। हे मधुसूदन कृपा करो।
हे कृपा करो। कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो। कृपा करो हे कृपा करो कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो
कृपा करो कृपा करो कृष्ण मुरारी कृपा करो
हे कृष्णा हे कृष्णा
कृपा करो
हे कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की
सब काम हो रहा है, मेरा आपके कृपा से, मेरा आपके कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, मेरा आपके कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा है, हंसता नहीं मैं कुछ भी, हंसता नहीं मैं कुछ भी, सब काम हो रहा है, मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। पतवार के बिना ही, पतवार के बिना ही मेरी नाव चल रही है, पतवार के बिना ही, पतवार के बिना ही मेरी नाव चल रही है, हैरान है ज़माना, हैरान है ज़माना, सब काम हो रहा है, मेरा आपके
काम हो रहा है मेरा आपकी कृपा से, सब काम हो रहा है मेरा आपकी कृपा से, सब काम हो रहा है।
आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आप भी आना अपने राधा जी को लाना,
आप बयाना अपने राधा जी को लाना,
सुंदर रास रचाना हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आप भी आना अपने अर्जुन को भी लाना,
आप बयाना अपने अर्जुन को भी लाना,
गीता ज्ञान सुनाना हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में। आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारे कीर्तन में।
आना सुंदर शाम हमारी कीर्तन
में, हमारे कीर्तन में। हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारी कीर्तन में। हमारी कीर्तन में, हमारी कीर्तन में।
बोलो श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की, श्री व्यास महाराज की। Thank you, everyone. We are almost finished. I regret saying that, but we're almost finished. We have a couple more things to do. We have to hear a vote of thanks that makes all of this possible. We have to perform arti, and then we have a yatra to do, as Gurji said, as Vyasji said. We have to do a yatra to go back into the temple. We have many kalashes here that we have to take back into the temple, and we have to do a little short prayer. After that, everyone is free to come and have bhojan. So bear with us just a couple more minutes. In the meanwhile, I'll ask Auntie Lakshmi to provide the vote of thanks on behalf of the board.
Vyas Maharaj ki, Vyas Maharaj ki. Radhe Radhe, Jai Sitaram to our respected pundits, honorable guests, devotees all. It is said that all good things must come to an end. And as we concluded this final session of the Bhagvat Katha, our heartfelt thanks to our very Lord Vyasji, who in the last 7 sessions has expounded the Leela of Sri Krishna in such a simple and eloquent manner. I am sure you all will agree with me. It was indeed 7 blissful sessions. Thank you, Baiji. Baiji, word cannot express our gratitude for all your guidance and teaching. This community is very blessed and grateful to have such a stalwart spiritual leader. Thanks to you and your family for all the sacrifice you have been making. On behalf of Bhavani Shankar Mandir, we sincerely thank all our sponsors over the last 7 sessions who have made this Bhagvat possible. Your sponsorship and support mean a lot. We pray and hope that each and every one of you who have attended in person, virtually, or have contributed in any way be blessed by the sweetness of Sri Krishna. I would like to acknowledge our Pandits, Pandit Suraj, Pandit Anil, Pandit Bhuvan, and Pandit Shekhar, who perform the pujas and havan every afternoon for the in-person srotas. Also Pandit Anil, Pandit Suraj for doing such an amazing job on emceeing each session. Thanks to all our lovely volunteers who worked tirelessly to make this Bhagavad possible. It was not possible without all the volunteers here. And I hope you guys can you can stay back this after Bojan to help us to carry in the stuff and move away all the chairs and stuff, as the tent will be dismantling in the morning. Special thanks to all our cooks and kitchen volunteer who have made Bojan over the last 7 sessions. Thank you to our Kirtan Mandali, our Basuri player, Tamesh, for adding such sweetness to each session. Akash, thanks to you and your team very much for all you do for BSM. Thanks to tonight's sponsors. In person, we have Tamesh, Jenny, and their family who are supporters of this temple and everything we do here at BSM. Congratulations on your 25th wedding anniversary. We wish you nothing more than bliss, many years of bliss. Sabita, Dev, Eugene, and family who are volunteers of this temple as well. They are also in-person Srota today. Our virtual Srota are Didi Chandra Rajkumar, Kavita Bipta, Mohini Mohammed, Sita and Rich, Ramnath and family, Ria Hemraj, Uncle Dalip, and Auntie Kalawati Singh, our sister Chahat, who is a new volunteer here, and she actually blend well in with us. Tonight's Bojan is sponsored by Pandit Bhuvan Ashwar. Thank you, Bhuvan, for sponsoring tonight's Bojan. I'm not sure if I miss anyone else, but on behalf of our Baiji here and the executive team, I would like to say thanks to everyone who comes out every night, night after night, to be here. Thank you, Himanji, for coming out last night, and also tonight for make my dear brother, like a king, looks like a king there. Tomorrow, Sri Krishna Janmashtami celebration. Please come out and let's celebrate in grand style. Thank you, and enjoy the Bojan, and please stay back if you can to help us a little bit. Thank you. Jai Sri Krishna. Just once. On behalf of the executive team, We would like to offer a little Brahman Dachna to you. It's just a small token of our appreciation. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. We love you. Mhm. Thank you so much.
Bolo Vyas Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, everyone. Please let us now stand for Aarti.
Just before we do that, you can stand up, but the flow will be as soon as you finish Aarti. Here, we will share Aarti Rangan thing. We will immediately leave with the Bhaagvat. Bhaagvat here, we'll do a parikrama around the temple. All of you will follow me. We'll go in the temple and place the Bhaagvat at the feet of Sri Krishna and my pagri there as well, where it belongs, because all of us must dissolve back into him. And after that, all of us will go down and have bhojan, including me. We'll have bhojan together downstairs. I would like to ask the Pandajis and their family to please stay back with us, as we will have bhojan together as well downstairs in the auditorium. Thank you so much.
यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे
आरती कुंज बिहारी के श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी आरती कुंज बिहारी के श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की गले में वैजयंती माला बजावे मुरली मधुर भाला श्रवण में कुंडल जलतारा गंध के आनंद नंद लाला गगन समरंग कांति काली राधिका चमक रही यारी रतन में तारे बन मारे गगन से अलग कस्तूरी कला चंद्र से जला मरक छवि श्यामा प्यारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की कनक में मोर मुकुट बिल से देवता दर्शन को कर से बदन सो सुमन राशि बल से बजे मुरझंग मधुर मृदंग वाल्मी संग अतुल रथ गोप कुमारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की जहाँ से भगत भई गंगा कलुषित बिहारिणी श्री गंगा स्मरण से होत मोह भंगा बसे शिव श्री जटा देवी हरे रंग की चरण छवि श्री बनवारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय
भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 जय
ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मोती पंथ, ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योत जगाने वाला। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मोती पंथ, ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योत जगाने वाला। हर ज्ञान यही वरदान, यही हर ज्ञान यही वरदान, यही जग के मंगल की आरती। पापियों को पाप से तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से तारती। पापियों को पाप से तारती, पापियों को पाप से तारती।
ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं, विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं, लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं, वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके, शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। भवानी शङ्करो वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणो, यभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ते सिद्धा स्वान्तस्त्वमीश्वरम्। ॐ गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा, गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री व्यास महाराज की श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की श्री सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम। Everyone please take arti. Arti will be shared to you and then we'll proceed directly to the parikrama with all of the kalash. We'll follow the granth and then we'll proceed inside to the mandir. Thank you.
Yeah. Who's taking out?
कन्हैया लाल की, जय कन्हैया लाल की, लाल की, जय कन्हैया लाल की। भयो जय कन्हैया जय कन्हैया लाल की, नंद के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की, नंद के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की। कैलाशपति देवा देवा महादेवा देवा महादेवा, कैलाशपति देवा देवा महादेवा देवा महादेवा, जय 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 कैलाशपति देवा देवा महादेवा देवा महादेवा, जय 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 कैलाशपति देवा देवा महादेवा देवा महादेवा। ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 जय जय श्री राधा रमण, जय जय नवल किशोर जय किशोर जय जय श्री राधा रमण जय जय नवल किशोर जय 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 चित चोर कहो जय जय माखन चोर. Thank you for giving us the opportunity last week to sing and praise your name. We return back to you what is yours, and we return to you. Please bless all our devotees. This is the greatest scripture we can read on this planet. And if I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, Prabhu, we ask for forgiveness and your blessings. Om Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Jnanamava Prakriti Samavam Karomi Yajnam Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaye Samarpayan Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudatvaya Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Kanohare Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Jananam Yalpujitamaya Deva Varipurnam Tadastu Me Avahanam na janami na janami visarjanam Bhujam saiva na janami Chakvasam Parameswaram Kayam karmajam va sarvanayam va manasam vavaradam Vedam avadidam va sarvaveda samasvanye Karmame Sri Mahaya Jai Jai Karmame Har Har Mahadev Har Har Mahadev. बोलिए व्यास जी महाराज की जय. Thank you all very much. I hope you're full as I am of bliss, just bliss and happiness. That's it. No pleasure, no nothing else, just bliss. We just continue to live like this. Lots of love, people. Lots of care for each other. Let's continue to build our beautiful community as Hindus. Thank you all very much. And I'm inviting all of you tomorrow. Please come back for Janmashtami. We have a special program planned. We are going to do baby arrival a little early and thing because we want to do Mangal Aarti at 12. So I hope you all come, 7:30, and we'll all sing and pray together. Please have Bhojan before you go today. And 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, we have Abhishekam to Radha and Krishna, and evening 7:30. Thank you all so much. I would like to kindly ask all the musicians, the pandits, and so on to please stay back. Let us take a few pictures. Hemanji and so on, all the panditjis who are here, let's take a few pictures. We'll see all of you downstairs for Bhojan. Please go down, everybody. Thank you.